खेल रहा है
824 strike rate 151.
मैं तो बोल रहा हूँ आज भी सेंचुरी मारना मांगता है, मजा आएगा। सबसे ज्यादा सेंचुरी कौन मारा है बोला अभी तक आईपीएल में?
विराट कोहली. विराट कोहली.
क्रिस गेल द बॉस। इधर था ना पिछले सीजन। तू देख पंजाब,
यही साल तो सब टीम इधर से उधर
पंजाब में उसको जब तक बिठा के रखा, पंजाब हार रहा था। किधर है उसका वॉल्यूम? किधर है वॉल्यूम? कम करने का तो बंद ही हो गया।
क्या वॉल्यूम इधर था
हाँ, वो ऊपर दबा दिया।
भाई क्या नाम है
शिवम
And that's the first pull. It's Cutting Chai versus Grumpies. Sorry. And oh, it's already a turnover. A lot of contact. A little mistrust there was the handlers of Grumpies. Right, Ashu on the disc. Ashu swinging it to Ganesh. Ganesh on the disc looking for a finish and a nice upline to Ashu. Slightly out of the line. And very calm play here. Rotating back to Ganesh. Ganesh on the disc. And a forehand looking good, and it's a clean finish there. Vikas with the assist. Very nice. They are losing a couple of their key players, the captains as well. And you have Dhruv, the owner there, calling lines for his team. And lines called. You are looking at line for the Grumpies. And you have Rohan there, along with I think Prabhu, Prerna. Apologies, the lights are really dim right now. All right, so pull going up and Grumpies on offense, looking to get in the game. And not a good hand signal here from Grumpies. They have Al on defense here. And a quick, oh, it's a quick flick, and it's another 1-2 going up, and it looks like it's going to be going to the ground. Number 31 from Grumpy is not quite able to get there. Dubey, I believe, apologies if it's not correct, trying to do a quick 1-2 here and run upline as a handler. Didn't quite work out. The throw did not reach him. Right. Rohan on defense on Sahil with a nice tee there, trying to block out Sahil's upline, but that was just a fake. So going up there, Sahu on the disc on the far left, and once you have Dubey against defense against Sahu, Sahil in the middle as a handler, and Sahil to Sahu. Sahu back to Sahil, and Sahil grabbing it and attacking that. A quick flick forward, Sahu for a lot of space. Centered back to Sahil. And Sahil's shoes are not that shiny this season. He's played a lot and practiced a lot, I see. Oh, and it's a couple of fumbles here. And it falls to prayer now from the Grumpies. A lot of shouting from both teams from the sidelines. Very active sidelines. It's great to see in Ultimate. Right, you have Minty on the disc. Minty on the far left. Nice, calm reset here. And going back into the stat. Support. Rohan giving support there to Sunil. And Rohan back to Dubey. Dubey on the disc. Dubey with an upline with a backhand flick. Oh my gosh. That's a nice huck. A backhand huck by Dubey going to Sunil, and Sunil he may have stepped on the line, but it is accepted, and that is a score. Grumpy. The Grumpy is really working well with Dubey, Sunil, and a finish with Nikki there in the end. Rohan as well supporting the handler. Good job by the handlers here to move the disc up by the Grumpies. Dhruv looks really proud with that. Proud of his team there as an owner and giving a little bit of a pep talk. I'm looking forward to see Grumpy's cheer again. I think they have one of the best cheers in the league. And it's a pull up and it's a zone thrown out from the Grumpies. The first zone of this match. And let's see how it works out. The wind is relatively calm though. It's easily broken with a little a flick over the cup. And Ganesh finds himself with so much space. And so does Kenny. You have More there. Upline back to Ganesh. Ganesh to Kenny. And it's just flying upfield. A couple of quick passes after the break. Grumpies have switched back to person mark, which is that was quick and decisive switch, and that's the only reason that they stopped Cutting Chai from having a quick score. But there we go. So the cup not quite working out for Grumpies over there. They did switch to person mark half. The advantage to a couple of cutters from the Cutting Chai team. Two 1 to Cutting Chai, and let's see what they put out. So Grumpy is coming off a loss, and Cutting Chai, I believe, also has one loss today. Ashu, handler for Cutting Chai, and joined by Afzal here
Yes.
from the Icebreakers. He's been had
Storm
a
Chasers.
playing for Storm Chasers, and he's come off a couple of hard games, but has victory in both of them today. Two strong wins, and congrats, Afzal. How do you feel your team is going?
Very good feel. I feel very good.
That's great to hear. You had a couple of long runs, skies in the air, grabs, and you're very strong and on point on defense. So I think a great asset to Icebreakers. How do you feel going from Bomb Squad to Icebreakers?
I feel very bad because Bomb Squad is my first team, and
Definitely. So earlier, I think you were playing. We were playing with Sagar, and today we were playing with Sagar on the opposite team.
yes,
Right. So that's a different feeling. But
yeah.
great job and good luck though
Thank
for
you.
the future teams.
Thank you.
So coming back to the match, you do have Cutting Chai ahead 2-1 versus the Grumpies. Grumpies on offense here. Sunil with the disc. Sunil looking forward. You have a word stack with a couple of cuts coming out. Oh, and that was a blade to the break side. And another flick upline back to Sunil. But it's a nice D. And it's a fumble, but it's a grab in the end zone. That is up. However, two players are on the ground. It's in the air. That should be a score. They're just waiting to call it. And yes, there we go. That is a score. Great job by the Grumpies, equalizing once again. Going down twice, but equalizing. Looks like they are talking about whether disc touched the ground or not. Right. Good discussion and good sportsmanship. The disc was the call was discussed and the disc was in the air. Karincha really proud about that. 2-all, and let's take a look at the replay. And there you have it, folks. Looking at the replay, we can see that that's definitely in the air. It's a good discussion and a good outcome. So we have a game on, tight game. A little bit of a discussion. You do have Cutting Chai holding the line and waiting for a start, but Grumpy is taking their time with this. It is not a timeout. But great pull. And you have Sunil there with the pull, however, landing out. Manan in the cup along with Nikki, number 26. And you do have another female player in the cup there. Okay, but good energy, great energy, in fact, going around from the cup, moving along with the disc, amazing. And Karin Chai are finding it hard to move it around, but there you go, you have that break, and that's what they needed. They needed the break to Ganesh, and Ganesh finds Sahu, and Sahu with some space, and they need another break, and that's exactly what they're getting. Kenny with the disc on the far end with a lot of space. Grumpies need the trap here, not finding it, not finding the trap, and it's another swing. I do not think they're going to trap Kenny. Kenny thinking about the hammer, but going for the safe swing back to Sahu in the center. The disc is moving so fast between the Cutting Chai handlers that the cup, however energetic they are, it's just not quite keeping up. The pressure is on though. That's what the purpose is. Put pressure on those throwers and on those handlers to get the disc out of them, out of their possession. It's reset back to center, center to Sao to Kenny, Kenny back to Sao, and this 1-2 is going, and oof, Kenny with a nice fake there, not finding space, and it has to resort to a crash, and reset Sao though. That was a nice crash. Kenny finds a little bit of a trap over there. Okay, and they need a way out of this. But that's a flick, and it's side bladely, but it's that was a good try there, trying to get it upline, feeling the pressure of the short passes and trying to go for the score, but the throw was very well defended by the Grumpies. Rohan on the disc. Rohan looking to Farhan, Farhan to Rohan, and Farhan going for the upline. Coming back, asking for the disc. Rohan has no stall cover on him. That's fine. Rohan getting some yardage, getting to Sunil. Sunil on the sideline. Ganesh with a hard mark on him. Ganesh back to Farhan. And you have this Farhan, Sunil, and Rohan moving the disc up over here. And Rohan with a plady forehand that does not quite meet its mark. But That was a quick throwaway by Cutting Chai, not needed there. And Sunil finds himself on the disc and slowing down the game, which is exactly what they need. A nice word stack in the end zone. Manan finds himself in the center of the field. You have Sunil for support, and he's going to look for Sunil. Looking back, and there you go. He gives this little floaty throw to himself in space with a quick finish. There is a call, however, and the disc. There's a call by Ganesh, and that is a travel call on Sunil. It is not a score. Crucial point here. It is 2-all. It's a very low scoring game. However, every point counts. Sunil playing it safe. You have a cut in the far end. Minty going out. Sunil going. You have Rohan going in the stack. Cut there going up, but nope. Manan not going to go for it. Manan going to go back to Farhan. Farhan on the disc. And looks like there is another travel call. Right? So what's stack from Grumpies here? And it's a force on the forehand. Right? And you have Sandy here. Sandy from the Mumbai Bunties coming to say hi.
Hello, hi.
All right, Sandy with a hello. I'm sure all of you guys are well aware. He's a very friendly chap, very nice guy. All right, so that was Sandeep from the Mumbai Bunties with a hello. And the call is going on. I thought, anyways, the disc is going to go back to Farhan. And ooh, that was a quick forehand. And they're trying for the break, but the cup is already on the on the handler before he picks it up. Very unfortunate drop there in the end zone. There would have been a score, and very significant score as well. Here's Ganesh on the disc. Ganesh to Sahu. Right, it's nice movement here. You have the disc moving up very flawlessly, and Ganesh again with an upline there. And he's going for a blady forehand, and that is a drop. That was just not quite the best release. I think he was going for Sahu in the deep end there. That is a timeout called, and they are going to have a bit of discussion, a bit of water. It has been a long point and a few turns. And 54 minutes left. Close game between these two teams. There you have some head-to-head stats, Cutting Chai and Grumpies. Grumpies getting one win over Cutting Chai, and that match was quite an event, to be honest, and quite an upset. This was last season, however, but the stats still count and plays on the morale of the players. Alright, the floodlights are at full capacity now, and the game will resume after the timeout. And yes, it looks like another zone, and word stack versus a zone. Let's see how this works out. You have Manan playing, and Manan and Rohan playing as a cutter this time. I think the Grumpies are switching things around. Let's see how this works out. Diskin. Let's reset there. Back to Sunil. Sunil looking very calm. Nice cut by Manan there. And moving the disc up with Farhan. And feeling a little bit of trap, but very nice calm throw there. Back to Sunil. Farhan finds himself on the disc. Farhan to Sunil. Sorry, Farhan to Rohan. Rohan back to Sunil. The cup seems to be working well so far. They're finding a hard time, and there you go. That's a tee. The pressure on. Pressure is on. Rohan not able to catch onto that disc. Ooh. And Karinchai find themselves ahead by 1 point.
इधर चेंजिंग रूम है क्या भाई? वॉशरूम है उधर है चेंजिंग रूम भी लगवाने के लिए थोड़ा इस साइड में
वो आपने जो पॉइंट बोला ना वो मेरा हमारे के लिए तो वही गलती है.
Great energy from the pull here by Karinchai. However, it unfortunately goes out of bounds. All right, there's discussion as to where the disc went out of bounds, and Sunil will restart from that spot. The cup is on. Ashu hands up, trying to stop that swing, but it's a break between the cup and Sunil did that way too easily. At least it looked very easy. And it's a reset back. Number 12. Number 12 back to Sunil. Sunil looking for the upline. There is space and you have a cut on the far end. You do have a cut on the far end and it is a hammer. It's going to him. And just a little bit misdirected. But there is a foul and contact. But good vision. He found his player. Oh, and he was showing Sunil how to do that hammer. All right, now the break side is covered, but Sunil still trying to go for that. Okay, going for a nice simple reset here. Are ahead, and Grumpies could not afford to do that. All right, Ashu on the disc. Ashu, a nice clean center to Sahal, and Sahal will move it up with Ashu. Why not? There's so much space. Grumpy's defense is not quite set up, but they got a nice unforced error here and a drop somehow. And Grumpy's find themselves back on offense. The cup has been working for Cutting Chai so far, and they're going to go back at it. A little bit of a poach there. And it's another turnover at this point. And Sahil unmarked right now, but his team didn't have the vision there to kind of spot him upfield. Okay, Sunil on the disc, looking for some cuts. There are no cuts by the Grumpies here, and Sunil is finding himself with the high stall count, but manages that breakthrough. And to Dubey, number 31, has Prerna there for support, but not needed. Back to Sunil, and Sunil looking up back to Dubey. This is a nice 1-2, and I think Dubey will go back for it with another. A nice backhand flick, and it is a grab in the end zone. Great score here by the Grumpies. That was the flow that they wanted. That was Khania, if I'm not mistaken. So that ties the score between these two teams. And any predictions? Anybody who's watching wants to give a line or two? Let's have a conversation. All right, great pull by the Grumpies, and this calls on the sideline to everybody to get in place, and it is a person mark this time, and tight person mark. Rohan covering Ganesh, not giving him an angle for a cut. And yes, they are forcing line, and it is a huck, and it's a floaty huck for Ganesh, but it's just that little bit more float. And Ganesh calling for an injury sub. Trained himself on that cut, and he is calling for injury sub. Oh, and what a great D there. Bosco trying to swing it back, but oh, and it is a call. Farhan saying that wasn't quite the cleanest D, and they will discuss it out. Still in discussion. But you have Shubham coming in there, Shubham More coming in for some inputs as well. All right, the D stands. It is a turnover. Rishabh calling that it is his disc. He is going to step up, pick it up, and a nice upline there to number 11. Back to, sorry, back to More, back to Shubham More. Shubham looking for that finish, and he has a play backhand, and it is a finish. And the Karinchai find themselves ahead over here. Vikas. Right, it is a timeout taken, and let's see what strats Grumpies have to come up with. And so Karinchai looking for the first win of the league. They didn't quite manage. Let's see if they can inch one forward here and put themselves on the scoreboard.
क्या बोला उसको?
Still it's not coming? No. ते कुठला कॅमेरा आहे तिकडे लावलेला वरती? ते बघ ना बाकी सर्व इकडचा सर्व कॅमेरा एकदम मस्त पैकी क्लिअर एकदम. त्यांनी डीबी वाढवून ठेवला का? उसको 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 बोल कि तू डीबी बढ़ा के रखा है तो डीबी.
Right, quite a long timeout taken here by both teams. Pull is up, Cutting Chai on offense and looking to keep simple 1-2 between Sahu back to Vikas. Vikas looking back to Sahu. They have synergy from last time, but the Sahu with this fumble and it is a turnover. He did have a couple of fumbles last game as well versus Icebreakers, and I think that is also still playing on his mind. Alright, you have a D coming, and it is a score from the Grumpies to equalize. And they are very happy with that. Okay, Ganesh running up for the pull for Grumpies. Oh, and that's a forehand pull there, landing bang in the center. Great pull. Person mark in these no wind conditions. Oh, they look like they have switched their defense strategy on the fly. All right, so you do have Thakur, Khania, and you do have Nikki in the cup here. And, Khania doing a Decent job. You're getting back on the mark as the disc moves. And the cup's not quite working. The disc is moving around and swinging, and it's easy throws. And there's a nice overhead break there, and they have switched back to a person mark. You have Shubham More on the sideline. Shubham to Ashu. Ashu with a very calm forehand here, getting some space back to Ashu, and this should be a clean finish with the way this offense is going. And ooh, and that was a nice breakthrough there by Shubham, but right, that is a travel call, and Nikhil giving this back. Right, Nikhil on the disc. Nikhil looking forward, and looking to center it. Right, you have right now Nikhil and Khania, I believe, doing a nice 1-2, and reset it back to Sunil. I think Grumpy should be really happy about their offense so far, passing the disc around very calmly and smoothly. And it's back to Sunil. And an end zone stack being called by the Grumpies. Nice work, and it's a breakout there, but will she grab it? And it's in! That's a very nice grab inside the end zone, and it's a score for the Grumpies. 5-4. Thakur scoring the last one, and is going to sit out this point. Both teams taking their time with this. There's a lot of time left in the clock in 1 point game. 5-4 to the Grumpies. Lines called, and 7 on the line for each, and the pull is coming up again by and this pull is landing out of bounds. It looks like there is a break. Nope. Oh, he's not calling a break. He's going to take that yardage and start from where it left. Whoa, and there is an end zone stack call from Cutting Chai. He is going to go for that long huck and going to go for the score. So an end zone stack is where the cutters basically stack up outside the end zone and beyond the end zone to give that extra space. And it's a nice forehand flick. It's a D attempt, but Dinswai get there and it's a quick score. And seems quite apt. Back in the game. Score is tied 5-all.
आदित्य
Should be like 20 or something. This back in the disc with Sunil from the Grumpies, and it's a cup thrown out again from Cutting Chai, and it's broken very simply. Dubey finds himself for the disc with a lot of space. They haven't switched to person mark yet, but they have crossed halfway point. Farhan on the sideline with a cup on in, and Sahal trying to stop that break throw, but nope, it lands to DB, and that's Dhruv Nath with a hammer and getting out of that tee to Thakur on the sideline, and the cup has moved and caught up to her, but there is a call of travel. It looks like she has moved her pivot foot. Thakur putting out a defense, and it's accepted, I feel. And is going for that crossfield break and gets it to Sunil. Makes that cup move all the way across the field. And Dhruv in the center. They still haven't switched to person mark here, and they are nearing the end zone. Sunil on the disc. And that's a clean finish. They transitioned. Yes, Shubham, thank you. We realized and corrected it. Thank you. Grumpies find themselves ahead by 1 point with less than 20 minutes left in the game, and you have Clinching on offense here, trying to get that 1 point back. All right, and you have Sahil with Vikas supporting, and Sahil back on the disc. You have a cup thrown out from the Grumpies here, Manan in the cup. Calls for Ashu to go deep here, but it's a 1-2 from Sunil and Sahil. From Sunil and Kenny, sorry. Sunil, Kenny and Sahil working the disc up. Right. Kenny on the disc, and Kenny with a nice bladey forehand to Sahil. Sahil with an upline to Ashu, and Ashu with a lot of space waiting for that right cut. But there was no cut in that open side space. Ashu on the disc in the middle of the field. Oh, and a very low and a great save there. And Sahil with the score. A simple finish there. So Grumpies defense breaking down. Transitioning to that person mark, and a little bit of confusion toward the end. Three co-handlers for the cutting chai, working that disc up, doing a great job at it.
Adit.
मैंने उनको ऑलरेडी बोल दिया मतलब बैरियर्स ये नहीं कि पूरा बैरियर करने की कोई सीन प्रॉब्लम आएगा वो नो एंट्री वाला मैंने उनको बता दिया
And it's a great pull going all the way to the Grumpies end zone, but it is caught. And you have
हाँ मैंने बोलने की कोशिश की वो लोग उन्होंने बोला वो अगले बार
working it up. Sunil with a forehand flick. That lefty forehand flick is gone all the way to the end zone. That's a great grab. Great grab on the other end by Dubey. I think that's reason that we have seen that end-to-end forehand flick, and Sunil is one of the few players here who can pull that off. Great job, and Dubey was in the end to get up there and pull that down. So nobody called the travel on that, but that's the game, Rise. Less than 15 minutes left, 7-6 to the Grumpies. And you have Cutting Chai on offense. They need this, they cannot afford a turnover. Cutting Chai calling for the disc, and understandably so. They do not want to lose any time while behind. Right, it's quite a long time for this pull, and I think they're finally ready. And it's backhand pull, going to land 3/4 of the field. Saw on the disc, woof, and a bit of a scary throw there to Kenny, but Working it up, and it is a backhand floaty throw, and you have Kenny running it down, and it's a great grab there. Amazing. Cutting Chai going for that quick backhand flick, and Kenny just bringing it down in the end zone.
Particle.
Ooh, and a very strong pull there by Cutting Chai. Kenny scoring that and the pull as well. And this is a crucial point. It's 7-all with almost 11 minutes left in the game. And oh, and it's a great D there. What a read. Uh, Cutting Chai definitely need to build on this. And they won this score after this lead. They won this break point. It's crucial for them. And you have movement to Vikas on the left end. And Vikas going for the forehand, and he's gonna score. And this is a break from Cutting Chai. And they go 1 point ahead here in a closely contested game. 8-7. And not a lot of time left on the clock. Neither of the teams have gone ahead by more than 1 point in this match. It's been closely contested from the start.
Come on, guys.
Disc is in the air. Grumpies have a chance to equalize. And let's see how they play this offense. Dubey on the disc. Oh, Dubey to Nikhil. Nikhil to Sunil. Sunil looking for another forehand flick. Ooh. Flies over. I believe that was Ashu.
Hardik. Gaya.
This is live forehand flick, and it's another D. And Karinchai find themselves. Oh, there is a call. Contact. And they will discuss it out. Oh, you can see there was a very tidy. There was some contact, however, and the disc will go back. Disc is live, and Ashu's have finding himself on the right wing, grabbing the disc. 3-set back to Kenny. Kenny to Vikas. Vikas back to Kenny. And Kenny being the central player here and going in, putting it up for the swing. And oh, it just misses the cutter in the end zone. And find themselves down by 1 point. Doobie on the disc. Ashu putting on a hard mark there. Oh, moving it up, and it is another left hand forehand flick, but that is a little bit too long. Had just a little bit too much power in it as well. Right, and it's really unfortunate time, but it seems like Sunil is also cramping up a bit. One of the key handlers for Grumpies seems to be cramping up on the sidelines and subbed up. Time for them. All right, and Karinchai are going to try and hold this disc, but no, they're going for it. He went for a long hug that somehow reached there, and great yardage, and they're not letting up. They won the score, and Ashu finds himself with the disc in the end zone and going for the score, and ooh, there is a call whether it's in or out, and there is a little bit of discussion whether that was in the end zone or not. This is crucial if they go ahead by 2 points. There's not a lot of time left on the clock to get back from this. And it is a score. It is a score. Karinchai have gone ahead 9-7. And Minty from the Grumpies trying to cheer them on. That's the spirit they need. Minty. Score. 9-7, no? 9-7, no. I'm asking. 9-7. 9-7. Manan on the disc. Oh, and unfortunate drop there. Shubha More going to pick it up. Oh no, he's going to walk over the disc. They're going to take their time with this. Cutting Chai do not need to rush. They just need to hold the disc. Kenny on the disc, picking it up. Shubham there for support. And it's an easy toss forward. And he is definitely going to go back to Kenny for an easy reset and looking for that finish. And it's a clean finish in the end zone. This last themselves from a tied score to 3-0 down. But Karing Chai putting out some amazing Ds through this game, and I think they really deserve this result. Alright, looks like this is going to be the last pull of the game. There's just around 40 seconds left. This will go up, but let's see if Grumpies can get a consolation point here. They're going to try and work it up really quick and maybe a long hug. DB on the disc, DB with the forehand, and it's a D. It's a D by Karing Chai, and they're calling for an ISO play in the end zone. And this may work. It's another forehand flick in the end zone, but it will be D'd. Oh, it's a very good attack. But Karing Chai go ahead 11-7. This should be game. The teams are going to line up, and 11-7 to Karing Chai. A closely contested game. It was 7-all, and then Karing Chai went forward ahead by 3 points, and then had another turnover at the end. 11-7 to Karing Chai. See you all guys next week for another exciting set of matches, and good night. Looks like they're going to fit in one more pull in this game. Let's see what's up. Another turnover. Looks like they're just going to reach 13 points and call it a game then. There we go. It's a score. Alright, guys, 1 minute to go. Sorry for the error in the clock, but 1 minute left on game time. It inconsequential to this game. 12-7. It's a game to 13, anyways. The format we are playing here, MUL, is a hard stop after 75 minutes, or the first team to 13 points. But yep, yeah, Sanjeev, great win to Karingchai. I think they've done a great job with their handlers and just that synergy that they had from last season, and with the retained players and buying a couple of players that they already had some synergy with, that really worked out well. Managed to okay, great pull here, and last pull of the game, and it's rolling. Grumpies are running to stop that roll, and it's a flick by DB that's going to the ground, and that's it. Game is called. We'll see you guys next week. 7 to Karingchai, and they've found some points in this league. Good night, guys.
Whom I have to hand over all this? Rishabh only. To stay here only. To stay here only.
Time to approach first.
Okay.
But you can, I think you can put the printed sheets in.
Take this. Okay, I think it's very much nice. ऋषभ के हाथ में ही दे देते हैं